Okay, so again, I'm going to go over the pig heart. I went over the pig heart with the other group over there. I'm going to go back over the pig heart with y'all. Okay? So this, so when you look at it, you got to figure out what's the front, what's the back. You can see that there's an auricle here. So there's one here, you see? This is the auricle sitting over top of the atrium here. There's another auricle right here, sitting on top of the atrium here. You got to look for the front and from the back. So most of the times, you see all these openings that are here, they're going to be found towards the back. So that means that this is the back and that this is the front. Okay?
Okay.
Tip of the heart, basically the end of it, I guess, would be is the apex. So this would be the apex here. You can clearly see that there's a blood vessel that's coming right down like that. So immediately you should know that that's going to be where the great cardiac vein is and the anterior interventricular artery. So you can actually see them right side by side. The vein is the bigger bulbous structure and the artery is the little lighter pink structure there. Okay? And then on the back you'll see that there's another one coming down like that. And there's the vein and the artery. So this is the middle cardiac vein and the posterior interventricular artery. And if we follow it back up, you'll see kind of this area right here, and there's your sinus. Okay? Now, we have to figure out what these openings go to. And this will help us to then figure out what these structures are. So if we look at it and we say, okay, let's go to this opening right here. We stick our finger in to this opening right here, and we can see that it is going right into the atrium. Okay? So this is either going to be the pulmonary veins or it's going to be the superior vena cava. So because it's so large and it's not multiple openings, you can assume that it's probably the superior vena cava. The best way to check that is to then take your finger and go in the opposite direction and see if it comes out. Sure enough, it comes out. So guess what this is, where my finger just came out?
The inferior
vena cava. So here's the inferior vena cava and here's the superior vena cava. Notice how close they are to each other near the atrium. The picture in the book, the models, they show it where the superior vena cava is up here and the inferior is way down here. That's not reality. I told y'all that. When you're looking and actually dissecting, you'll see that they're very, very close to each other. And they're, you got to know how to distinguish them and be able to tell. Okay? Now, so we've established that this has to be the superior and inferior vena cava. So now we have some more openings. We have like several other openings to deal with. So we need to figure out what these openings are and where they go. So then we look at this opening here. Now this is a very large opening, and this seems unusually large. And that is because when they cut this, they actually ended up cutting all the veins off of this. So normally there should have been like smaller veins that are going in here. And notice that my finger can run right into the atrium here. So this is probably the opening for where the pulmonary veins should have been. Because there is such a large opening here now, there's nothing else could have been there. Okay? Now, that leaves us then, we've got superior, inferior vena cava, we got where the pulmonary veins should be. We still have these two openings right here. Okay? So now we need to figure out which one is what. Typically, when you're looking at the heart, the pulmonary trunk is the most anterior, and then the aorta is found right behind it. So this, of course, is the pulmonary trunk, and this is the aorta. So, if you actually follow it in, you'll see that I'm going to this ventricle right here, and I'm pushing on this ventricle, and that tells me I'm dealing with the pulmonary trunk. Then if I take my finger and put it into this one, I should be pushing this one. And sure enough, see if I can do it. It's kind of hard to see the bulging, but I'm actually pushing on it. See it?
A little, yeah.
So that's the aorta there. Now, in some cases, when they cut the aorta, you can see that there's a hole right there. See that? Mm-hmm. See my finger right there? That hole is the brachiocephalic. So that's the brachiocephalic artery right there. Some hearts have them, some hearts don't. Also, notice that the pulmonary trunk and the aorta are connected together. You see that? That tissue that's holding it together? Ligamentum arteriosum. That's what that is.
That's the tissue holding what?
The aorta with the pulmonary. Okay? Y'all look good? Let's see. Pulmonary trunk, pulmonary artery, superior vena cava, inferior vena. Left right auricle, pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery you can't see. They cut it short, so it would have come off of this, but it's not there. Pulmonary vein wasn't there. You saw that they cut that. The apex was there. The great cardiac vein I showed y'all. The coronary sinus I showed you. The brachiocephalic artery I showed you that. The middle cardiac vein I showed you that, and then the ligamentum arteriosus. So I've gone over that. Go back over, see if you can find these structures yourselves, and then show